Really every department at the forum is affected by the Thanksgiving newspaper. If you're in the newsroom, you're planning on what the coverage is going to be in the newspaper for that day. Our mailroom and circulation departments, a lot of coordinating goes on there because we need to make sure we get the paper out in a very short amount of time from the time we lock up the press, when we start printing the paper, to the time we get it out to the carriers so that we can have it on the doorstep of our customers by no later than 8 o'clock on Thanksgiving morning, if not sooner.
Today now is 2 weeks from Thanksgiving, and we're starting our Thanksgiving packaging. It's going to be our biggest paper of the year, or actually ever.
The paper on Thanksgiving Day right now is anticipated to be about 5.6 pounds, I think, is where we're at the current time.
Ordinarily, they can be a pound, maybe between 1 to 2 pounds, it's a world of difference.
We usually add about at least a half a dozen extra part-time staff. That's just to help process this and put it all together, so it gets a little challenging. Right now we have 980 pages of inserts. That's just pre-inserted material. Last year we had 850, so we are going to be substantially bigger than last year.
So we're planning right now how many pages the newspaper will actually be as well. It looks like we're probably going to hit 48 pages, but that's just an estimate at this point.
We print about 63 to 64,000 copies for just that day. Normal days probably around about 40,000 for a Thursday. Just to get everything else done with our normal packaging, we have to start this far out. Like I said, today's our first day. Next Monday will be our second pass. And then our third pass will be a week from today. And then the final pass will be the Tuesday before Thanksgiving.
And then we have to go back on Wednesday morning and pick up the key sheets for all of them and the manifest, the key bundles, and get those out. And then sometime Wednesday night into Thursday morning, they'll get the last section over there. So yeah, this is only a third of it so far.
It's part of the tricky part of this puzzle is we need to continue to cover the news of the day and put out a good product on Thanksgiving Day in addition to all the advertising excitement that goes along with that edition.
The biggest thing with the Thanksgiving edition for the newsroom itself is that we have earlier deadlines on that day. So the Wednesday prior to Thanksgiving, our deadlines are pretty dramatically early. And so it takes more advanced planning just to make sure that we have all the staffing in place when we need it in place. The biggest thing is for the Thanksgiving paper is we're trying to produce something that we think people will enjoy while sitting around together.
The first lockup would be 10:15. Press starts at 10:30, but on that night we'll be probably locking up the press at 7 o'clock and we'll have a 7:30 press start just to start getting the stuff out. So.
When we pick the manifest up on Wednesday morning and the what we call key sheets, when they print them here, tells each carrier how many papers he needs and who stopped and who started. And these carts will be scattered all over the place in here, and they'll just take what they need out of the carts. And they'll have to hand insert them into papers, and they go on their merry way trying to go out and get it delivered.
We got 60-some drivers that are going to be moving the product, dealer routes, country routes, motor routes, making sure they know when they can receive it. Again, it's so different that guys that can normally do their routes with, maybe a pickup or some kind of van, they'll need to be renting, large straight box trucks in order to haul the product, just because, 1,000 papers at 2 pounds of paper is 2,000 pounds, which, maybe your pickup can haul, but 1,000 papers at 5+ pounds of paper is 5,000 pounds. Now you're in completely different territory. So there's a lot of changes, just a lot of moving pieces with coordinating them, making sure they're ready to go, because when we go that night, it's go, go, go. It's, you know, we try to get the product out as quick as we can and accurately, and, you know, there's just a lot of product to move. For that one day, it's almost like you're a completely different newspaper.